All right, everybody. We're happy to have Caitlin Renart with us. She's one of our favorite athletes. She's been training with us at Max Velocity for a couple of years. Outstanding soccer player. She sent me a bio that is very impressive. She's a seventh grader at junior high school 194 here in Whitestone, where I also live. She's been playing soccer for 9 years. So, I mean, basically ever since you could stand up, you were dribbling a soccer ball. And she's played for a lot of teams and done a lot of cool stuff. So at 194 in sixth grade, she had the game winner in the district semifinals on a breakaway header. That's pretty cool. And then scored on penalty kicks in the finals as they won the district championship. She's played for Albertson Soccer Club, where they were division champs. She's played for the Long Island Rough Riders, where they won the Hershey tournament. Albertson Soccer Club, she was the MVP there and got to meet a very special guest at the awards banquet that we'll talk a little bit about. The Barcelona, New York Girls Academy, and now she's with the Long Island Soccer Club, which before quarantine happened was playing in the US Development Academy. And then we'll kind of get into what's going to happen with that going forward. So, Caitlin, thanks for joining us for the Athlete Spotlight.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So first, before we get into all that stuff, I need to know who your favorite soccer player is.
I think my favorite soccer player might be Rose Lavelle. She plays center mid mostly. She's on the women's national team.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good role model to have for someone like yourself. Tell me about this awards banquet where you won MVP with Albertson. And you got to meet a pretty awesome soccer star at that banquet. Who'd you get to meet?
I had the chance to meet Crystal Dunn. She's also on the women's national team. And she lives on Long Island. She played for Albertson for a little bit. And the coach has connections, so she was able to attend our dinner. And I got a chance to take a really cool picture with her. And it was really fun to meet her.
Wow. So someone from your own stomping grounds who played for your own, the same soccer club and now is on the women's national team. That's pretty cool. Is that a goal of yours? Do you see yourself playing for the women's national team someday?
Yeah, I'd really like to get to the highest level someday and be able to play really competitive my whole life.
Yeah. Well, you're on your way, kid. Tell us about the Hershey tournament with the Rough Riders. You said that was probably your favorite thing about playing for that team. What did that feel like? What was that accomplishment like?
It was a really fun thing to do with my whole team. We got to play a tournament in Hershey, and it was the big prize at the end. If you win first place, is a big chocolate bar.
Whoa.
So we're all trying to play really hard for it, and it would be a really cool accomplishment. And then we finally got it. It was really exciting for us.
That's crazy. How big was the chocolate bar?
I think it was a few pounds. I don't really remember.
Wow. How'd you guys divide it up among the team, or did you get to eat all of it?
We had to all split it up into pieces.
Oh, I got you. Okay. That's pretty cool. So tell me about the team you're on now, the Long Island Soccer Club. You guys are competing in the US Development Academy, so that's kind of a feeder system for USA Soccer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are scouts and stuff for the older ages that look at all the teams. We played in the US Development Academy, but now it's disbanding, so we're moving forward. We're going to be playing for the Girls Academy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really good opportunity to go up the path and reach the highest level and become the best players. So it's competitive, and all these things together, it could shape you into a really good player.
Mm-hmm. So what happened with the Development Academy? Was that a result of the coronavirus circumstances that they had to disband?
Yeah, it was. They made an announcement on their Instagram, and we got an email that the Development Academy had to disband. It had to do with the coronavirus and everything like that.
Right. Tell me about how that felt. How disappointing was that?
I was a little disappointed because it was something that I've always like heard about, like these very like good players have played in this academy. And it was like one day like I wanted to play, and when I finally got in, it disbanded. So I was a little disappointed, but I'm excited for the new league.
Mm-hmm. What are your other coaches doing for you to kind of stay sharp? Are you getting some drills and Zoom workouts and stuff to do? Tell me about what you're doing to kind of stay sharp and fit.
Like 2 to 3 times a week, I have a Zoom meeting with my teammates, and we also have a bunch of apps that we can use, like to help our technical ability. Some apps to stay in shape. It's a really like good way to keep track of all our work that we're doing, and they can make sure we're staying on track and continue to like that we're continuing improving as we get older. So they're staying on top of everything still.
Mm-hmm. So once you found out that soccer season was going to be canceled, that school was going to be at home, what were the things that you identified that you wanted to use that time to improve on? Even if you can't be out on the soccer field playing competitively right now, what were the things that you felt like, if I use this time to my advantage, I'll come out of this better than I was before?
When we practice as a team, I get to work on a lot of like different things, and it's really like high intensity and everything. Like it's really fun to play, but now I could like focus on myself more, and I could really like focus in on like the small little things like one touch passing. Like I could easily go against the ball and get as many reps as possible in. While when we used to play as a team, I wouldn't get as many reps, and like now I could focus on small things like improving my left foot and getting one touch passing down. I think it's like has a lot of opportunities now.
Mm-hmm. What have you gotten out of our workouts? You've been in quite a few of our Zoom training sessions. What do you feel like is helping you with those workouts?
I can feel like when I start a Zoom workout with you in the morning, the rest of the day my body's all like energized and warmed up already, and I feel like the rest of the day that I have like pep in my step, and it's a good way to start my day off every day, like twice a week. I usually.
Yeah. No, I think that's been great for our athletes, and it's been great for me too, and all of our coaches, to be able to still spend time with you guys, even though we're on the other side of a computer screen. You know, we're still coming together at a certain time. We're still getting our work done. We're still getting better, still getting faster and stronger. So that's going to be that's really been great for the coaches as well. And I think you as an athlete should know that you guys put a pep in our step too. So you guys aren't just the only ones that benefit. Whenever you're able to get back to the soccer field, what goals have you set for yourself for the next season, whenever that might be?
My club has been putting out a lot of videos, and so we can still learn from them. And some things are like finding and creating space, and it's a lot of different things like heading. And now when I actually get onto the field, I could use what they taught me in these videos. I can now like be in a game and actually take what I've learned all this time in quarantine and actually use it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. That's really smart. I think it's been hard for a lot of athletes to stay motivated and to really have something to keep pushing them, but you seem to be able to find whatever it is to keep yourself motivated. You've won on a lot of the teams you've been on. Division champion, district champions, tournaments, MVPs. What makes you a winner?
I think it has to do with having like a drive to play and like a lot of passion. I think that helps, and like my teammates bring me up, and like all these things together really help me stay like determined to be the best player I can be.
How are you staying in touch with your friends during all this? You guys have or your teammates, you guys have Zooms or Google Meets or Instagram chats, or what do you guys do?
We have group chats that we all like to stay in touch with, and we also have Zoom meetings, and my coaches assign us little projects to do together on our own. So some things might be like analyzing a soccer game together. We'll go into a Zoom meeting, share the screen, and watch some games together and write down notes. So it's like we're still bonding as a team.
That's great. That's really cool. And you get to still work together as teammates. That's cool. What's the number one thing that you miss about soccer?
I think the number one thing I miss is playing competitively. Like when I go 1v1 with a different player, it's like a whole different experience. I get to really feel like myself like wanting to get past that player and run and score more goals. And I really miss like feeling those feelings like on the field. But I could still try and I can still try to create those experiences, but it's still different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're doing the right things. You're doing the best you can. I don't have a crystal ball, but I promise you soccer will be back at some point in the not so distant future. I'm confident. So, and I can't wait to see you back out on the field, to see you doing your thing, and to see all of the fruits of your labor and all the work that you've continued to put in and the positive attitude that you've had during this whole time. Because it could have been very easy to just fold up and say, I'm just going to sit on my bed and play video games. But you're getting after it. That's the kind of athlete that we love to train. So, Caitlin, keep up the great work. Thank you for joining us for the Athlete Spotlight. And
Having me.
Yes, you got it. And someday I look forward to pointing at the TV and watching the U.S. women's national team and saying, I know that girl. That's Caitlin. All right. So you guys have a great rest of your week and say hi to your family for me. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Right. Take care, kiddo.